Who wrote most of the books in the New Testament? بیشترین تعداد کتابا رو کی نوشته توی عهد جدید؟
Okay. So first of all, we have the Gospels.
4 تا انجیل اول داریم.
So 2 of the Gospels were written by disciples of Jesus.
2 تاش که توسط شاگردان عیسی نوشته شده.
That's the Gospel of Matthew and the Gospel of John.
متی و یوحنا.
Then 2 other Gospels, the Gospel of Mark and the Gospel of Luke,
مرقس و لوقا,
were written by early followers of Jesus Christ.
توسط پیروان خیلی پیشین عیسی مسیح نوشته شده.
They weren't disciples, but they were associated with the preaching of the gospel from a very early stage.
نمیشه گفت شاگردان عیسی مسیح بودن، ولی با تعالیم خیلی اخت گرفته بودن و جور شده بودن از اول، از همون آغاز.
So that Mark was a witness himself of some of the things that happened in the life of Jesus.
خود مرقس شاهد یه سری از وقایعی که رخ داد بود.
And he knew the disciples of Jesus.
و میدونست راجع به حواریون شاگردان عیسی.
And was a believer from very soon after the resurrection of Jesus.
و یکی از اون ایماندار کسانی بود که به رستاخیز بعد از اینکه عیسی رستاخیزی از خیلی زود ایمان آورده بوده به عیسی.
Luke, who wrote the 3rd gospel,
لوقا که سومین انجیل نوشته,
was one of the earliest non-Jewish believers.
یکی از ایمانداران غیر یهود بود.
Who was a close companion of the Apostle Paul in his work of preaching.
یکی از همراهان خیلی نزدیک پولس بود تو زمانی که پولس شروع می‌کنه مسیر و سفر بشارت انجیلش.
And Luke also wrote the Acts of the Apostles.
و همچنین لوقا اعمال رسولان هم نوشته.
Then we have the letters in the New Testament.
بعد میرسیم به نامه‌ها.
So many of the letters were written by the Apostle Paul.
بیشتر نامه‌ها توسط پولس خودش نوشته شده.
And so, we know that God called him to be an apostle.
و خدا اونو نامگذاری کرد به عنوان یک رسول.
With a particular work of taking the gospel to non-Jews.
و یک کار ویژه بهش داد که کلام خدا رو ببره به غیر یهودیان ترویج بده و بشارت بده.
And he gave us many of the letters in the New Testament.
و خیلی از نامه‌های تو عهد جدید می‌بینیم که از جانب پولس نوشته شده.
So then we have letters also from Peter, who was a disciple.
2 تا نامه پتروس داریم.
Letters from John, who was a disciple.
پتروس 2 تا نامه داره، 3 تا یوحنا داره که جفتشون شاگردان عیسی مسیح بودن.
The book of Revelation that was also written by John, who was a disciple.
مکاشفه رو داریم که بازم توسط یوحنا که یکی از شاگردان بوده نوشته شده.
And then there are other small letters.
2 تا یه چند تا نامه‌های خیلی کوچیک هم داریم وسط.
There's the letter of James.
یعقوب.
And there is some discussion about exactly which James it was who wrote that letter.
و یه سری بحث و گفتگو وجود داره که ببینید دقیقاً کدوم یعقوب بوده که این نامه رو نوشته.
Some people think it was James the disciple.
یه سری فکر می‌کنن که یعقوب اون شاگرد عیسی مسیح بوده این نوشته.
And some people think that it was James who was the half brother of Jesus and who became a leading member of the ecclesia in Jerusalem.
یه سری هم فکر می‌کنن که اون یعقوبیه که نصف برادر خونی نصف برادر بوده با عیسی مسیح و تعالیم اولیه کلیسا رو شروع کرده.
And then we have the letter of Jude.
بعد نامه یهودا رو داریم.
Who again, that letter was written by one of the half brothers of Jesus who became a believer.
دوباره اینم یکی از اون برادر تقریبا خونی و نیم خونی عیسی مسیح میشه گفت نوشته شده.
And that leaves, I think, the letter that was written to the Hebrews.
و میرسیم به نامه عبرانیان.
Which doesn't tell us who the writer was.
که نمیگه نویسنده نامه کیه.
And there is some discussion about that.
ولی و بازم دوره یه سری گفتگو راجع به اون نامه هم وجود داره که ببینیم کی نوشته.
The largest number of people believe that it was also written by the Apostle Paul.
اکثریت مردم میگن که عبرانیان هم توسط پولس نوشته شده.
But there are some who believe that it was written by Luke, who also wrote the Gospel of Luke and the Acts of the Apostles.
دوباره یک دسته دیگه هم وجود دارن که میگن لوقا که انجیل لوقا و اعمال رسولان نوشته، عبرانیان نوشته.
So overall, the 27 books of the New Testament were written by about 7 different people.
و اون 27 کتابی که توی عهد جدید داریم تقریبا توسط 7 تا انسان متفاوت نوشته شده.
The vast majority of whom had a direct connection with Jesus Christ.
که هر کدوم به طریق یک ارتباط مستقیم با عیسی مسیح داشتن.
And all of whom were involved in the work of the gospel from a very early time after his resurrection.
و هر کدومش به طریقی بعد از رستاخیز عیسی مسیح درگیر بودن با اون کاراش.